Well, good afternoon and welcome to those of you joining us on our YouTube channel for our game here this afternoon at Didsbury Cricket Club. It's a third 11 T20 Cup fixture for you today. And we're just in the process of getting started, as you can see. A slight rain delay, but we're just getting ourselves organised for the start of our match. It's Didsbury playing Stockport Georgians. You can see there in their coloured kit. Didsbury have won the toss and they have chosen to bat first in a repeat of last year's semi-final. It's a bit of a shame in some ways that the two Premier Division sides have been drawn together in the same group. I'm not quite sure what went on there with that, because there were other groups and no Premier Division teams in them at all. And only one of these sides can progress. So that's how it is, though, in any case. And as I say, Didsbury are going to bat first. They've chosen to bat first, as they did in the semi-final last August. Thank you very much, my fellow commentator, scorer, rather, Neil Wakefield, with me here, who is going to be assisting with the scoring duties and also helping me with player identification as well. Right, I'm just getting my bits and pieces sorted out here. We're going to have Ali Madassa to bowl the first ball to Andrew Mashiter. I'm just checking everybody's okay. Yeah, thank you. We've already said. We're perfectly ready, thank you. Good to see the square leg umpire paying attention. So yes, umpire Parth Kapoor, who will be standing at both ends, neutral umpire today, for what promises to be the game of the group, and will define pretty much who goes through to the knockout stages. Both sides had big wins last weekend in their first game, and this was always going to be the crunch fixture. So underway, Ali Madassa, first ball to Andrew Mashiter. Let's have a decent bit of pace about that as well. So they've got the fielding circles out as well, so only 2 men out in these first 6 overs. Oh dear, no ball. Not a good start for Ali Madassa, so it's going to be a free hit. Yes, we're playing all the having all the bells and whistles today, so not the start Ali Madassa would have been wanting. Just going to have a little look. He's got only 1 man back, I think, but that's okay. He can't change the field for this ball, but it's a free hit from Mashiter. So he's bowled him, and it's hit the helmet, but it's not. That's going to be not out. But I think as soon as the ball, you shouldn't really give any extra runs for that. I think we'll keep it simple and say once the ball has hit the stumps, it's dead. So the fact it then went on to hit the helmet, although from a free hit, he's going to come and ask us, I think. And actually, yeah, it wouldn't be dead, of course. I'm talking nonsense, because it's a free hit. The ball would still be live. They were still entitled to run. The ball went and hit the helmet. So he has given penalty runs. Okay, we got it. Yeah, we got it. No, 5 pens, so I'm just going to put that in here. I'll do that one. I'm just going to find 5 runs. Got the score right at the moment, but I shall just correct that while we're doing that. And that has bowled him now, and that is out. So, he was aiming for that ball all the way along. Oh, we were all over the place here. Just excuse us while we sort the programme out. That's Andrew Mashiter bowled for nothing. And this looks like Evan Turner coming in. Yeah.
So you've got 7 for 1 after 0.3.
0.4 I've got now. There we are. Yeah, just sorting ourselves out here with the bits and pieces that we need to do. But the definitive fact is that Andrew Mashiter was bowled for no score. Score on 6, so good early start for Ali Madassa. Evan Turner in, he's faced a couple, that wide as well, so this should be another no ball, and that's going to be another free hit. So score on to 8. So what's Evan Turner going to do with this one? He's got a chance to swing. That's what he's done. He's whacked it, and that was a dropped catch. Why not a running? Wouldn't have, obviously. Well, they could have run 2 there. But they've run a dot. No, I think we've had one too many here, but there we are. He's caught off the no ball. Oh, sorry, dropped off the no ball. Could have run 2. Didn't run anything. So we're going to have one more ball. And left it alone. Evan Turner. So the end of a very eventful first over. 8 for 1, we agree, is the score. Neil, happy with that? Thank you. So we're going to have Josh Hawkins to bowl from this Pars Wood end now. And he's going to bowl to Adam Slater. Yes, I do think we've had a ball over there, but there we are. We can check that back. The point is we've got the right score at the end of the first over, 8 for 1. Both batsmen yet to score. Extras have done all the scoring so far. So Hawkins it will be to bowl to Adam Slater. Kapoor looked like he was thinking about calling that, didn't? I think Georgians have only got them just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and about 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they've only got one man out at fine leg. That must be Ali Madassa. So everyone else in this fielding circle slipping, as you can see. And that is called wide this time. So extras continuing their crucial contribution at the moment to this Didsbury total. And that's well hit from Adam Slater. That's going to be the first boundary 4 runs for him. Was in fine form last week. Adam Slater racing to a very quick 50 in the win against Cheadle. And of course, Didsbury members will recall that 79 he made in the semi-final last year against Georgians off just 39 balls, which really took the semi away from the Georgians team. He batted really well that day, batted really well last week, and Didsbury will be hoping he can spend a good few overs in the middle. Another nice shot, but straight to extra cover this time. That's Fahad Bashir there, who copped that one on the knee. You're just out of your shot, but he's grimacing there with that one, and giving just a little bit lower down, giving himself a rub. Oh yes, we've all done that, Fahad. He's one of the key Georgians batsmen, so they'll be hoping he can stay out of trouble with injury this innings. Yes, he's got a ring of 4 with that slip on the offside. Shorter boundary on this offside on your left-hand side as you're looking at it. That's it, straight out. Got cover. Who's that, Neil? Son of? Brother of?
Not related.
Oh, not related. Okay, another Duckworth in the Georgians production line. Young Sean Duckworth, good stop. He's kind of fairly squarish at his forward of point, so a very square cover there, but in the right position to stop that shot. That's nice and full again. That's going to be a single. An easy run for Adam Slater to end the over. So Didsbury on to 14 off 2 overs. There you can see the 2 Georgians bowlers in action. Ali Madassar, a bit of an erratic first over with no balls and wides, as well as the ball striking the helmet behind the keeper. That was 5 penalty runs, but the crucial wicket, it was a beauty of a Yorker as well. That clean bowled Andrew Mashiter. So he's going to have a go now at Adam Slater. Be looking to find that full length again, no doubt. So Ali Madassar in. Well, it looks like young Sean in action on the other side now. He's square. He's a more orthodox cover position there. Yeah, I think just a one-man back, so a good aggressive start from Georgians in the field. Single there then, it's going to be an easy run. Brings Evan Turner back onto strike. So it's the offside boundary now as to the the longer one. It's a similar field, a 6-3 split. Nicely bowled. Oh, they've already, Edam's already uploaded on the club feed. Andrew Mashiter getting a little bit of a good-natured stick on the club WhatsApp feeds as Ali Madassar produces another good delivery there, which has Evan Turner groping at thin air a bit. It's a test for the young man. The most senior level he's played at, I think. Slight drizzle in the air. We're going to have this on and off all afternoon, but so fine you won't be able to see anything, I don't think, on your screens, and it's perfectly playable. No problem, just okay, right, there we go. sorted that out now. So there he's overstepped again though, Ali Madassa. His coach Neil Wakefield gives an exasperated sigh next to me, and I understand why, because it's good over at that point. This free hit again. That's the third one of the innings already. Can't change the field, as they can just only move back slightly from the position if they feel they're a bit too close. He'll be targeting this leg side boundary. Yeah, like that. He's going to get one though. I think that's come just down to fine leg. Yeah, good piece of fielding. I assume that's Josh Hawkins down there. A single for Evan Turner. Didsbury having failed to profit from the other two free hits at all. At least he got a run off that one. Oh, and that's a beauty. Well bowled. And Adam Slater grateful to survive. 3 overs gone, 17 for 1. So you can see that early wicket for Georgians. So these two young players just having a bit of a rebuilding job now. Extras already into double figures for 3 overs. That should be a concern for Georgians.
Can I just fiddle very quickly, James? Sorry.
Just a few technical problems here, and out of your shot, but the rain is getting a little heavier. The Didsbury players scurrying around to the covers in case they get called on to the field. It's flashed through a second slip by Evan Turner, and he's going to get his first boundary. 4 runs down to third man. A lot finer than he will have been aiming for or wanting, but 4 runs is the result. He'll take that. So boundary apiece now for the two young Didsbury batters. 21 for 1. Not what anyone can do. It's just one of those shots in T20 when you've only got 2 out, and Georgians opting just to have the 1 out, and he's gone in the same place again. But and a tumbling effort in the outfield. I think in vain again. Yeah, it's rolled away over the boundary. Yeah, it's gone. Umpire Kapoor just signalling to us. So that's successive 4s. More of an edge, that one. The previous shot more guided by Evan Turner, but that was more of an edge. What a sprawling stop by, who was that down there, Neil? Do you? Oh, that's Moise Ishak down there. He's staying down at third man now, so they do have 2 men out now, Georgians. It's perfectly fair enough just having 1 out. I think I always like the aggressive option of keeping people in, making the batsman hit. But the 2 men back now. That's nicely played, steered, but straight. Is that your boy there? Was that Carlos? Yeah, I thought it was Carlos. A backward point. So, better over for Didsbury from the bat anyway, 8 off it so far. That rain just got a lighter again now, it's back to the fine drizzle. That's a lovely shot from Evan Turner, and that really is the best of the lot. Those third 4 in the over, and an authoritative cut went whizzing to the offside boundary. So 12 off that over, all 12 off the bat of Evan Turner, 3 boundaries, 29 for 1. You can see the impact on the Didsbury run rate. And Evans gone into double figures. So a bit of a conflab. Are we having a change, Neil? Yeah. Yeah, so this is Moise Ishak, isn't it, coming on?
Yes.
So always that decision in T20, do I keep my bowler who's bowling well on, or do I hold him back? So Moise Ishak, right arm over the wicket, and Adam Slater on strike. A lively run up and a good pace as well. It was on Adam a bit quicker than he went. The shot was supposed to go more through mid wicket, I think, or possibly squarer, but he coshed it to mid on. Just an indication it was on him a little bit quicker than he was anticipating. Still this ring of players. That's a nice shot from Adam Slater. That's too short this time, and I think he was prepared by the ball before. That's a nice shot from Adam Slater. Too short from Moise Ishak, and you put them there, and he's only got 2 men in front on the leg side, and that's just asking for trouble. He's just got the 1 man back at fine leg out of this fielding circle. Should be pitching this up a bit more. Bit of a skip as he bowls. It's still a bit short, and there's runs there, and that's going to be at least 2. This looks like the captain has fielded very well. Might get 3 here. Yeah, they're going to go 3. Oh, no. Discretion, the better part of valour. That was the skip, wasn't it?
No, that's Madassa Ali, I think.
Beg your pardon.
Yeah,
Beg his pardon, yeah. All right, I beg your pardon. No, he is, isn't he? Yeah, no. That's me getting my fielders mixed up. That was Ali Madassa who just sprinted round. A fine tumbling stop for a nicely timed shot. And they're bringing another man round now behind square. So that James May now at backward square leg. That's an edge. That's all along the ground. It's going to be 4 more. There's not going to be no chance of anybody stopping that. So 4 more for Evan Turner, who's dealing just in boundaries now. I beg your pardon. Adam Slater. I beg your pardon. I'm looking at the wrong columns here all over the place. Let's just get things right here in the box. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fours now in the last 9 balls. 39 for 1 already the score. Of course, that was this over's gone 4-2-4 for Adam Slater. Evan having taken 12 off the previous over. I will get it sorted out eventually, I promise you. Nice shot, and that's going to be 4 more. Nobody behind there. And it's a long boundary. You just had to wait for the signal from the umpire, but it's Adam Slater's turn now to tuck in. 26 off the last 11 balls have come. And that is a concern. For Fazal Shah, the Georgians captain. I've just seen him there in shot. He's kind of a very deep gully position. Last ball of this 5th over. Moise Ishak. Short again. Slater though stopped into dotted out on the offside. So another good over for Didsbury. 14 from that one. 26 off the last 2. And they've moved along to 43 off 5 overs. You can see that healthy looking Manhattan so far. just organised. Now this is Mr. Duckworth, isn't it? Young Mr. Duckworth. Yeah. So Sean Duckworth we're going to see. Georgians just organising themselves for Sean Duckworth. What's he bowling, Neil? Is he
He's left arm.
okay. Okay, so another quicker bowler. No spinners yet. Last over of the power play, last over of the major restriction in this form where you can only have 2 men out. And he's got a 1 man out at a very deep mid wicket. And then Moises Shak is down at fine leg, so that's where the two are. Well, it looks like Ali Madassa, who's had to go all the way over to the farthest part of the ground. So, Evan Turner on strike. And as you've heard, a left arm bowler, Sean Duckworth. There's a huge gap there through mid wicket though, and he's got that man out. He's got a mid on and a backward square leg, so there is an easy single on that leg side. And that's gone straight through, and that's going to be 4 byes. Keeper standing up. Looked to be a decent pace about the delivery, but straight through the wicket keeper's hands. Toby Jones keeping wicket, and he's gone backward. He's gone back now. I think that was a sensible thing to do. See the players just trying the ball. There still is a very fine drizzle. But perfectly playable. So, yeah, and that's well bowled. Young Sean, he looks to be quite strongly built. How old is he? Is he?
He's
15. Gosh, well, nice strong action for a 15-year-old, certainly. He's got a ring of 3 on the offside and a mid-off as well. That's the captain there. That's correction. That's not the captain. That's Farhad Bashir. My apologies, Fazl. Still back at that deep gully position. Farhad Bashir, who's made a magnificent 94 last week for Georgians. And Sajid Hussain in particular really clattered the Stockport Trinity attack all over the place. As I say, both sides won their games very easily last week. Didsbury beating Cheadle here. Racing to the 79 they required in just over 7 overs. So they've got a superior net run rate to Georgians, as Georgians couldn't bowl Trinity out. That's what made the difference. Georgians, it's a nice shot from Evan Turner. Come back to that in a minute, it's going to be 4. Yeah, it's escaped the dive of the fielder in the circle. He's doing the difficult thing here at Didsbury, chasing the ball back towards the boundary. Tried to grasp it, missed it. That's the 7th 4 in the last 15 deliveries now, as Didsbury go past 50. 51 for 1. Last ball of this power play. Oh, and good riposte from Sean Duckworth to end the over, end the power play. So 51 off the first 6. That's really given Didsbury a terrific start. They won the toss, chose to bat. And after the difficult first over, they've powered on strongly. 45 partnership for these two now. They've added just 38 deliveries and giving themselves a good platform to go on. I think Moises Shak's going to have another one. Yep, he is. But he can set his field slightly differently now if he wishes to. And what's he doing? Let's have a look. He's going to have Ali Madassa's come right across the the entire width of the field. So he's now at deep mid-wicket on this side of the field, on the leg side. There's a man back on the cover boundary. There's a third man and a fine leg. So just there must be, because there's only the four. There's another correction. There's five, and that's going to be a wide. With the neutral umpire playing this leg side wide rule today, so it makes it that bit tougher. Yes, I think third man and fine. There is a fine leg in there, isn't there? Can you see? Oh, big swing from Adam Slater. Yeah, yes, thank you. Yes, third man and fine leg, cover on the boundary, and deep mid-wicket on the boundary. A ring of 3 on the offside, and then just 2 men up. Although very deep mid-on, there's an easy run to mid-on or mid-off if they both hit and go. Nice shot. Too short again from Moise Ishak. That's clattered. You know, and it clang into the sight screen at the far end. Adam Slater will hit those all day long.
Partnership, fellas. Yep.
That is the 50 partnership, just pointing out to the Didsbury side. 40 balls in total that's been, with a bit 9 fours between them. And looking in good touch. Adam Slater on to 24 now. Then just gets slightly heavier again. Drizzly. It's a nice shot. It's only going to be 1, I think. Ali Madassa's down. Yep. So nicely clipped shot away for a single. It's just sort of a slightly heavier drizzle now. Wouldn't even really call it rain again, but just very fine. Perfectly playable, I think. Oh, missed out there, Evan Turner. That wasn't a good ball from Moise Ishak, but he's got away with it. Oh, another ball again. That looked from my angle just to maybe possibly just kept a little bit low. All Evan Turner could do was stab it out. So last ball of this 7th over. What can Moise Ishak? Let's keep it in the right area. It's been hit hard, but straight to the captain. So a deep backward point now. Fielded it well, and that's a good end to the over for Georgians. But to an expensive-looking start. 6 off the over in total. The wide. So that's 57 for 1 of 7 overs. $15 extras already. It's now the count. And Georgians have got to keep an eye on that for sure, because that could really hurt them. So Sean Duckworth, second over into Adam Slater. It's going to be a leg bye, I think, that one. Yeah, it's going to be a leg bye. Well called through by Evan Turner. Nice shot. Well hit by Evan Turner, but well fielded. Sean Duckworth, that was coming back at him at a rate of knots. Did well to get his hands on that. Didsbury will know they'll need a score against this strong Georgians top order. So they got 208 last week in their game against Stockport Trinity. A single there for Evan Turner. Just back that up. Yes, well done. Although I think the bowling today will be a little more testing than that. Nonetheless, that takes a fair bit of doing to get past 200 in a T20 game. So it should be a very watchable encounter. Didsbury wanted to set as challenging a score as possible, obviously. They've made a good start so far. But, Sean Duckworth's produced a tidy little over so far. I'd be pleased with that. And he's getting the ball in the right area. He's not dropping it short. So there is a big, huge gap on that leg side, but the batters can't take advantage of that at the moment, even for a single, really. He was aiming for that gap there. That's pitched outside leg stump. It's going to be another leg by. But I won't be too displeased just with these singles, Georgians. It's stopping the boundaries. There's been a glut of them, as we've said. 8 in the past 4 overs, which has seen the score shoot up rather alarmingly from their perspective, but very encouraging from the Didsbury one. So last ball of this 8th over. Oh, that's a good full length, nicely bowled. Dot ball, so just 3 runs off that over and only 1 off the bat. A couple of leg byes. Yeah, okay, thank you. So yes, Carlos Wakefield, you might have heard his dad whispering in my ear about the change coming up. Coming on from that far Fletcher Moss end. Just seeing where he's setting his field. Carlos, he's got the deep cover. And Josh Hawkins is coming up into the ring at short fine leg. So there's a deep backward point, deep cover. Looks like Faz is going to, Fazal the captain, you see him scuttling across. Going to go to his deep gully position. Backward square leg, mid off, and then a very wide long on. And a deep mid wicket. For Adam Slater. So, oh, no, I don't know if that was a drop or not. There was a noise there. Do you think it was? It was a tough chance. I was thinking T20, if you can't get the wicket, well, a dot ball's the next best thing, and it was a dot. Oh, that's just short of the fielder at cover. Just right at his feet. Adam Slater gets a single. It was one of those, had he been 5 yards further in, it was very catchable. Was that Mayer? Sean Duckworth, I beg your pardon. It's their extra cover, but just died on him. So good over this from Carlos Wakefield so far. Just the 1 run from it, and he's coming down at a reasonable pace as well. It's not slow. That's a bit short, but it's only going to be a single. Evan Turner just lets it out to the man on the coming in off the sweeper boundary. And he's in no time at all, he's almost through the over. And that's a lovely length, very full length indeed, almost did for Adam Slater. So that's just 2 off that over, so 5 off the last 2. And suddenly the game swings a little. Well, that partnership there, you can see now worth 56, is a healthy one. Right, just slowing a little. As Georgians pull things back with a good couple of overs, just 2 off that over from Carlos Wakefield there. He was through it in the blink of an eye as well. And every ball was, excuse me, every ball was there or thereabouts. Sean Duckworth has bowled well, just 2 overs for 5 for him. He's bowled very well. On a ball to Evan Turner, that big gap again on the leg side, if Evan can find it. Wide of the off stump. That's short, but Evan Turner's gone a bit too quick. That should be an easy caught and bowled, and is. And that's the end of Evan Turner. And a deserved wicket, you have to say, for Sean Duckworth. Ball on to the batter a little bit quicker than he thought. And it's hit the splice of the bat almost. So Evan Turner is out. He's caught and bowled Sean Duckworth for 19. 4 fours in that innings. One of his first at this level, a young man, so he's done pretty well there. And he'll get a good round of applause as he comes off. And crucially, that partnership worth 57 with Adam Slater, as Rohan Agarwal comes into the middle. He'll be on strike, of course, new batter. Yes, an excellent partnership there. 56 of 58 deliveries. Evan Turner helped put on with Adam Slater. So Didsbury looking a little healthier. Now, and when that first wicket fell with just 6 runs on the board. Rohan Agarwal, don't know if we'll see him bowl today or not. He's a very fine young prospect. It's the highest he's batted for the 3s, certainly, but he's looking forward to this. It's his first ball. Keeping the field the same, Georgians. There's still that big leg side gap. Frowen can work it through there. Oh, it's a bit square and straight. He's not going to stop the single though. Fielder coming in, and Rohan is off the mark. Second ball, that'll make him feel better. That's a nice shot from Adam Slater. He's had enough of being bowled at. The man was going to go back on the boundary, but it didn't matter because it was hit so well. Had he been on the boundary, it would still have gone over his head. The first 6 of the match, and a lovely hit from Adam Slater. I think a little premeditated. If it was that slightly fuller length, he was going to swing his arms. He's a very fine striker of the ball, this young man, and he hit that beautifully. So the fielder at long on was in. Backpedaled furiously, but even had he been back on the boundary rope, it still wouldn't have made any difference. 6 for Adam Slater. He'll feel better for that. Last ball of this 10th over coming up. You can only stab that one behind. Toby Jones, the keeper, gets hold of that one. So halfway through, 69 for 10. 69 for 2 rather, off 10. Let's get it right. You can see the run rates gone well and just been pegged back in his last few overs. It's 12 off the last 3 it is. And one of those a boundary 6. So intriguingly poised as we go into the second stanza of the Didsbury innings. At the moment they're looking at a score of around about 130 at this sort of rate, but it's maintaining it. They've got plenty of wickets in hand. So that's a poor ball from Carlos Wakefield, and it's misfielded as well on the boundary. Oh dear. And it's gone for 4. Rohan Agarwal seized on the gift. I don't know if it slipped out of Carlos Wakefield's hand. It is quite greasy, the ball, but it was hit straight to Ali Madassar, who came stumbling in. He's put a hand up of apology to the bowler, but it went straight under his hand, through his legs and over the boundary for 4. And that's a full toss now. That's again, I think it might be slipping a little bit if it's a bit greasy, overcompensating for the short one, obviously the previous over. If you're being critical, you could say, well, that should have gone over the fence, but Rohan is getting his eye in, his timing, hit it down to wide long on. It was a single. One of those to Adam Slater might go the distance. That's a nice full delivery though. He's driven it hard out to that deep cover. They're going to get a couple. It was I think quite well bowled actually in the end, because he kept it nice and full. Almost yoked himself, Adam Slater, but managed to drive it out powerfully onto the offside. 2 more for him. He's on to 34 now, and we're going to get at least another couple there. Huge gap at very wide long on. There could be 3 if they want. They are. Oh no. Adam was very keen, but Rohan was a little bit on his heels. There should have been 3 there, gentlemen. Only 2. Bit of ball watching there, Rohan. That was Adam's call. So a very wide mid-off, acres of space, and it's a long throw from there. Anyway, 2's the result. And that has been hit, but now the man comes in, has caught him at long on. Is that Saj? Yeah, Saj Hussain has caught him. So a big blow there for Georgians to strike. Not a great over so far for them, but Adam Slater going for the big hit again down the ground, and Saj Hussain, and that is not an easy catch, because that is a wet ball coming at him. And he held on to that very, very well indeed. And Adam Slater's very useful looking innings, 36 off 30, comes to an end. 3rd Didsbury wicket down with a score at 78. Brings in Enam Hock, who will be on strike. 5 4s and a 6 for Adam Slater in that 30-ball innings. But Didsbury would have liked it to have gone on longer than that. Still a fine effort from the young man. Brings in Enam Hock, as we say. Face one more ball of this 11th over. Likes to swing his arms, Enam, but he's playing carefully to start with. So a dot ball to end the over. 9 off it, but the wicket, the crucial wicket for Adam Slater, the real danger man for Didsbury. You can just see 2 wickets in 2 overs now on the Manhattan, those 2 circles, indicating Georgians just getting more of a hold in this game. Didsbury still looking at somewhere between 130 and 140 at the rate they're scoring at, but they've got to get there. The drizzle has just got a little more insistent again. And we're going to have a change of ball in here, are we? Oh, no. I was going to say that wouldn't have made any sense to me had they done that. But Sean Duckworth's going to finish a very good spell. Bowling to Rohan Agarwal, and he was a single there. He's going to casual all round. I thought there was one there, but Enam Hock not interested. This has been a very good spell from Sean Duckworth. It's a bit short. There's only a single though. To mid on.
No runs in the ring yet, lads, come on.
So Ian Hock on strike. It's not going to be out, I don't think. It's going to have to do an awful lot from there to pitch and straighten. But a dot ball. Just looking now in the innings, 46 dots now in the Didsbury innings, so it's not far shy of the equivalent of 8 overs of dots. And there's another one to add to that list.
Build the pressure, come on.
It's one of those funny things. We've had under 12 overs and got 79 runs on the board, but effectively 8 overs of dots. Just how cricket works itself out. Just one off this over so far. Another good one from Sean Duckworth. That's short edged, and that's going to be 4 runs. I don't think Sajid is going to be able to stop that yet. I think that was reasonably well, we could say deliberate from Ian Hock. Not a bad ball by any means, just glided away quite skillfully. So Ian opens his account. Didsbury on to 83 for 3. So, last ball of Sean Duckworth's spell. And that's a slower ball that's been guarded away for a single. Down to fine leg. So the end of the 12th over, 84 for 3. And Sean Duckworth, 4 overs, 1 for 18. I think that's been an excellent spell. And has certainly put the brakes on Didsbury scoring. So we'll have to have a new bowler from that end next over, but for now we'll watch Carlos Wakefield bowl his 3rd. And he also has, I think, bowled pretty well too. 1 for 11 so far. That crucial blow in the last over, persuading Adam Slater to drive him down the ground where a very well held catch off a greasy ball. Oh no, that should be a no ball. I think that's a bit high. Nothing called from the umpire, it's only a single. One of the Didsbury players umpiring it square. That was up to him to call it. He didn't. Looked a bit high to me, but anyway, it's only a single. Bring Rohan Agarwal on strike, and that's well bowled. That nice full length he's looking for. Young Carlos, and finding it. Single there. And the men disappear back for Ian Hock on strike, so we've got long, a sort of a long off now. He's 3/4 back, long on deep mid wicket. Ian's mowed it round there, and he might have split the 2, has he? No, it's well fielded, Ali Madassar. He's got down very well and kept that to 1. So he had a bit of a blooper a couple of overs ago, but he's more than made up for it there, scurrying round, diving on the wet outfield and keeping that to a single. A good clean stop and a throw back in. Very good effort. Oh, and that should be a 6. Yeah, it is a 6. He's got away with 1 or 2 of those, Carlos Wakefield, but not this time. Rohan Agarwal tucking into that for his first maximum. And we might have we've got a spare ball out there, I think, have we? Yeah. A spare ball, so no time delay in finding that one. I think we might be well finding it anyway. Didsbury into the 90s, 93 for 3 of the last ball of the 13th now. Oh, and that's beaten him. Nice delivery to finish the over with. 9 off it. Didsbury 93 for 3 off 13. There you can see some of the batting to come, but the two batters who are in, they'll want to carry on for a few more overs yet. Got to have a change of bowling at this end. Yeah, and it is going to be Ali Madassa. 2 overs for 6 earlier, but it was the 3 no balls and a wide, and he's changing ends as well. So that's a challenge for him to adjust his feet.
Come on, Ali. Another wicket for you, mate. Come on.
Just getting himself sorted out with his field. He's got the long on, deep mid wicket. Fine leg and third man back and a cover on the boundary, so just the 4 in. Square leg. Yeah, sorry, that's right. So he's just got square legs, so only one man sort of in the circle on the leg side. He's got mid off, extra cover and backward point, the captain, Fazal Shah. So left arm over, Ali Madassa into Inam Hock, and there's a run that's going to be a leg by. A decent pace, Ali Madassa as well. He's he bowled really nicely in a super Yorker that got rid of Andrew Mashita in the first over. And that's nicely hit by Rowan Agarwal. Should just be 1 there again. I'm going to take the arm on. Rightly so. The fielder a little way in off the boundary. Keep it to 1 for that reason. But that's what Didsbury needs to do now. We've had 50 dot balls in total, and they really don't want that to get very much higher in these closing stages. There's ones everywhere. As Georgians have pushed the field back. Oh, that's up in the air though, and dinked it round, and 2 men coming. Oh, and have perhaps put each other off a little bit. Sean Duckworth in the end went for it, but didn't really get anywhere near it. Didn't even get a hand on it, in fact. And that is a life for Inam Hock, no doubt about it. A bit of hesitancy there between the 2 Georgians fielders. It's another run for Didsbury. And there's a good reply from Ali Madassa. I don't know why he's got a deep mid wicket. I really don't. I think those 2 men in the circle bring more pressure, but I'm not complaining from a Didsbury perspective. Oh dear, but his feet have gone again now, and he's going to get runs off that. So it's a no ball. It might even be a boundary as well. It is. It's a no ball. 5 runs off that in total. 100 up for Didsbury, and it's going to be a free hit as well. Rowan Agarwal clipping that one away beautifully through square leg, and despite the rain, the outfield's still very quick. As I say, brought the 100 up for Didsbury, and now a free hit as well. 4th no ball, Ali Madassa. That's been expensive. The 1 for 13, but it's been a strange sort of spell so far. Another free hit. He's going to get at least a single for it. Well fielded by the captain, Fazal Shah, scurrying round to keep that to 1. So 9 off this over so far, and a 1 ball to come. It's a nicely bowled though, Ali Madassa, and a good end to the over. That Yorker that he's clearly more than handy to fire in. So 14 overs gone, 102 for 3. There you can see the 5 bowlers used by Georgians. I suspect we'll see Carlos Wakefield bowling his last. Yeah, we are going to. And then they'll have to juggle it around, I suspect, between Josh Hawkins, Moiz Ishak and Ali Madassa. Carlos Wakefield in. An easy single for Rohan Agarwal. No more full tosses, young Carlos, otherwise they might get the treatment. He's gone for the hoik there at Inamok, that unusual shot. Very well fielded on the boundary by Ali Madassa. That ball was travelling. That little clip, it really was going. Ali Madassa scurry round, threw himself full length, got a hand and managed to stop the ball from spinning beyond him over the rope. Saved 2 runs there for sure. Good effort. 2 men back now on this leg side boundary. Mark, I'm sure we'll be winding up. There's 3 back in total on the leg side. He's gone for the big wind up, but just gets a single. That's good running. Always disappointing when you miss out on the big one, but nonetheless, at least take the run because there's no one there can stop it. It is, as we've said, the shorter hit here on the leg side. Just 1 man back now for Rohan Agarwal. The square legs come up. Oops, that's straight back to the bowler though, and caught and bowled. And a good catch from Carlos Wakefield. There's a drop catch in the previous over. But Rohan Agarwal, again, a useful batter. That's made a good 21, but has to go. Good low catch by the bowler. Reward for him. Steve Whiteside replaces him. And a second wicket for Carlos Wakefield. So we had that drop catch in the previous over, but a blow struck back. For Georgians. Rohan Agarwal 21 of 16 balls, 2 4s and a 6. Big 6 as well it was. Steve Whiteside, a very experienced campaigner, comes in. Two balls left of this 15th over. The last ball of this spell for Carlos Wakefield, and he's gonna get a single off it. Dad Neil next to me throws his hands up in exasperation. That was a 1, but only a 1, and that's Carlos Wakefield ball 2 for 25 from his 4, and he's done well to take those 2 big wickets for his side and claim those. So 107 for 4, 15 overs bowled, and Ali Madassa's going to have his last. As we were saying in the previous over, a bit of a mixed bag from Ali. Some good Yorkers. Some pace on the ball, but 4 no balls and a wide he's bowled. And the odds on him overstepping, I think, have got to be pretty good in this over as well. I'll be desperately trying not to. That's edge onto the pad. There was a 1 there, boys, but that's poor running. Hesitant running. Calling. Should have been 1, I would have thought there. Didsbury have got to take these opportunities. That dot ball count now 55. That's almost half the deliveries they'll face in the innings, ordinarily. And this time the single, and always going to be one. Good calling and running that time. Now I'm going to say there shouldn't be any more dots, unless a wicket falls. Got to be runs everywhere. Mid-off and mid-on, at least the long ones come in now. I think that's sensible. Deep mid-wicket still back. Oh, a big swish there and a miss from Enam Hock. And that was a good pacey delivery. Ali Madasser, he's got his third man very wide, which I think again is a good piece of positioning. That left arm over angle, slightly to glide more wide down there anyway. We're going to get the leg by this time. And from that over the wicket angle, it's got to do an awful lot. Umpire Parth Kapoor, an experienced umpire, not interested at all. Leg by. Good over so far though, just 2 from it. Another dot, and this is intriguingly poised at the moment. Just one ball of this 16th over remaining. This will be the last ball of Ali Madasser's spell. He's got away with a no ball, and there's an easy single there, but Steve Whiteside has run out, and that's poor again from Didsbury. No. This lad with his back to us now. Josh Hawkins. It was Josh Hawkins, thank you. So just confirming the details. It was Josh Hawkins who threw the ball in. There was always a run there, but and Steve Whiteside's call as well. But Enam Hock not interested. Just stood there, and he was run out by quite some way. So an untidy end to the over for Didsbury. It is Raheem Tariq who's gone in. That will be Enam Hock on strike. So 16 overs gone. 109 for 5, and there you can see. Thank you. It's going to have a new bowler, James Marr, coming on at the far end, replacing Carlos Wakefield as bowled out. So yeah, an untidy end. It was clearly a run there, not taken. A gift of a wicket to Georgians. So 4 overs remaining. It's 109 only for 5, Didsbury. And they have work to do. Enam Hock has scooped that first ball from James Marr out. And they've got to run 2. Raheem Tariq's already run 2 as Enam Hock sculls back. So decent start off the first ball at least. Just going back to Ali Madasser's spell. 1 for 15 off 4 overs, which is very impressive. But the 4 no balls and the wide not so, but nonetheless he's finished now, and I think Didsbury will be quite happy about that. That's going to be out this time surely. Yes. Fazal Shah, another big edge from Enam Hock. This one flying up in the air. It was a bit of a stiff-footed jab, so he's caught at a sort of a deepish gully. And wickets tumbling for Didsbury now, 111 for 6. Enam Hock departs for 13. Just waiting for the new bat to appear. And this looks like Ben Lowe. It is Ben Lowe. So Benlow in. We'll see him bowling in a short while. And these last few overs, Didsbury now losing 3 wickets for just 5 runs. In just over 2 overs. Benlow off the mark straight away, an edge, a single. To bring Raheem Tariq onto strike. Yeah, Didsbury just losing their way here. 3 for 5 in an over and a half is very careless indeed. And they're going to have to go some now to get up to the 140, 150 mark, which is going to really set a challenge for this Georgians team. Well called through for a single. That's just going to be a bye. A run overrun too far though, I'm afraid, Ben. The bye is signalled. Is Benlow alert to that? Yeah, just checking getting the count right. So with 2 balls left in this over. Nice full length. Oh, well stopped by the bowler, but it's good. Should be a run. Oh, and if the keeper could have taken it clearly, that would have been another run out. It was a good stop by the bowler, threw it back in. But the keeper fumbled it and broke the stumps with his hand, unfortunately. That would have been out otherwise. A life there, that would have been a real problem for Didsbury. Another wicket going down so quickly. They get away with a single. Well, they have to take risks at this stage, but they've got to focus on that 140, 150. Try and get there if they can, and that's a good dot to finish the over with. Just 5 from it and a wicket. So very much now in Georgians' favour. 17 overs, thank you. Is this shot coming back? Yeah, 114 for 6 of 17 overs.
John splits me and Ali. He's one of the better ones there. You go a bit, yeah.
Drizzle just getting a little bit steadier again now. As Moise just gets himself sorted, organised. He's bowled 2 overs for 20 so far, and it's coming round the wicket to the left-hander. Good start. We've got 2 men back on the leg side, sorry, correction, 3 men back on the leg side boundary. Very fine leg, I'm not sure you need him. Man's going right back on the cover boundary now as well. Nicely hit straight, nice shot Benlow. Only be a single though. And Georgians will be quite happy with that.
Yes, hey, boys. Ali, come in. Ali, in.
Brings Raheem Tariq onto strike. We'll see him bowling. He's going to have a job to do with the ball as well. Nice shot again, just for 1 run, captain. Oh, sorry, no, that's far. I beg his pardon. Single out for Raheem Tariq. 115 for 6. No, 116 correction for 6. There we are. And that's a call wide, too wide that time. Moise Ishak. Neil, well, if you're next to me, you might, the Georgian scorer and team coach, you might hear him saying, why hasn't the bowler got a rag? Why indeed. Well, that's hit back. A very difficult caught and bowled chance. It's turned into 1 run. He did well to get a hand on it in the end. Moise Ishak. It's not a 3/4 chance. The rain's a little heavier now. And that's a sort of fairly persistent-ish drizzle. I want to try and keep going to the end of the innings unless it gets much worse, I would have thought. Short that time, but he's got away with that. Moise Ishak. So again, just 4 runs off this over so far. And Didsbury really starting to struggle with this scoring rate. Just 11 runs in the last 4 overs it will be. I'll make that 12, possibly 13. They're going to go for 2. Yeah, there's 2 easy there. Well done, well run. So a couple. Cheers things a little. 120 now for 6, but not too much. Still, I think this is some way below where they should be. Didsbury. Is that drizzle? I don't know if you can see it now, get an impression of it on your screen, but it is heavier. Umpire's not looking too happy now. Umpire Rocky Kapoor. James Merritt's going to be around the wicket to the left-handed Ben Lowe. Good first over, just 4 from it and a wicket. That's a nice hit from Ben Lowe. I think that's going to be a boundary. Yes, it is. Yeah, the man on the deep mid-wicket could not react. And that's a very welcome boundary indeed for Didsbury. And this rain is getting heavier now. So I think they'll try and finish the innings, but they certainly won't start again with it like this. The man's a lot squarer now on the leg side boundary, almost at the mid-wicket area. Edged into a pad there. Ben Lowe, no run. Good reply from the bowler. 10 balls remaining of this innings, but that's sort of steady rain now to me. Single there. Well, they've gone for 2 and made it into 2 and done very well. Actually, it should only have been 1 or run short. It's a run short, so umpire Rothkabar, yeah, still going to, yeah. So that's a shame for Didsbury. They did very well to make that 2, but it's only going to count as 1. Which is a shame. Now there might be 2 this time, and get your bat in this time, Ben. But no, Raheem Tariq only wanted 1 that time. So 126 for 6. 2 balls left of this 19th over. Oh, that's hit so hard, and he's out. Oh, that's unlucky. Ben Lowe, the man out. Run out at a deflection onto the stumps via the bowler. Nothing anyone could do about that. That was just one of those freak things. It was a fine shot, hit hard, hit well. The bowler just got a hand on it. Yeah. Just checking. There's 1 left. David Bowman coming out to bat. So that's 126 for 7. No. Finlow run out, unfortunately, for 10. As last ball of the over, Raheem Tariq gets a wide. Didsbury will gladly take that run. 27 for 7. No criticism of Raheem Tariq off that delivery. I think he could do it beautifully. He's at that straight, too short cover though. On the ground, no run. End of the 19th, 127 for 7. Didsbury. Just to recap, Finlow 10 off 9 balls, including that fine 4, but unfortunately run out as the bowler deflected the ball onto his stumps. So the last over is going to fall to Josh Hawkins. James May, 2 overs, 1 for 11. I think he's done a very good job there, coming in at that late stage. And bowling 2 very handy overs, a wicket and a run out. So another left-hander in David Bowman for him to bowl at. Leg by straight away. Leg by indeed, appeal for a run out the other end. And that rain's just eased off now, thankfully. So that's made it a little easier now. I said Didsbury would need at least 130. They'll have been looking at 150 earlier in the innings and should have been there, but this clatter of wickets. We're 106 for 3 in the 15th over, and you can see 4 for 22 in just under 4 overs. And a dot ball there, helping the Georgians cause further. We've now had 69 dots, so over half the innings allocation has been dot balls, which is too many. Right, just getting a little heavier again. It's really frustrating, this. We're going to finish this innings at least. Show Josh Hawkins. Pulled that nicely. That's a nice shot from Raheem Tariq. He's found a big gap on the leg side. Fielder scurrying round. A bit of footsie on the boundary. They're going to get 3. Nice hit from Raheem Tariq. 3 runs. So the 130 is up for Didsbury. 1-3-1 for 7. 3 balls remaining. Can they find the boundary one more time? Huge gap on the offside. Nobody in close or in that circle on the offside. Save. Well, you've got mid on and a very deep extra cover. There's an easy one to him. Captain at mid on. You can just see talking to his bowler, and he's moving his deep extra cover in to at least make the batsman think. That's down the leg side. Oh no, dear, dear, dear. So it's a wide and a run out. David Bowman sacrificing himself there. Yeah, yeah. So just sorting that out on the screen. Let's get that in there. And we had a wide as well. So it's 132 for 8 as Noah Brown has gone in, but Raheem Tariq is on strike. Has missed that one, but that's going to be a bye. Good running from Noah Brown. Oh, an important stop from the bowler there because there's nobody behind him. Oh, a nice shot from Noah Brown. I found the under edge. Very effective at this stage. Got him a single. 134 for 8. With 1 ball to go in the innings. Last ball at an edge and caught, so that is out to wicket off the last ball. Raheem Tariq caught by the wicketkeeper Toby Jones. So Didsbury 134 for 9 off their 20 overs, and the covers are going to come straight on while we have probably what will be an elongated break. 134 for 9 off the 20 overs, Didsbury. Wickets falling in a heap there in the second half of the innings. The 10 overs there were 69 for 2. So just a moment. So just discussing a couple of things with the umpire there on this, what will be an elongated interval. But Didsbury, yes, 134 for 9. As I said, there were 69 for 2. So just 65 runs for the loss of 7 more wickets in the second half of the innings. Very much Georgians' second half. And 134. It's over a run a ball. But Didsbury absorbed 71 dots in their innings. And I wonder if that will hurt them. By the same token, Georgians contributed 26 extras. You can see the graph there summarising the clatter of wickets in the second half of the innings. But there's the summary. 134 for 9, I would say no more than a working total. Didsbury have to go to bowl very well to defend that. Can Georgians keep their heads? Will those 26 extras come back to haunt them, or will it be all those dot balls that Didsbury absorbed that make the difference between that and 150 or more? We'll see when we come back. Just keep an eye on the pitches at the moment, though. We're not going to have any play, I would say, for at least 20 minutes. So the graphics will continue to appear, and we'll keep you updated as we can. And hello again from Didsbury. This is James Emerson, the Didsbury scorer, with some good news that we're going to get a restart imminently. The two Stockport Georgians batsmen are just coming out into the middle, and they are going to be looking at 135 to win this pivotal group match in the third 11 T20 trophy. Sajid Hussain and Farhad Bashir put a splendid opening stand last week against Stockport Georgians. Should find it a little tougher today, but nonetheless we'll see. It's a new look Didsbury side. They're just coming out onto the field now. So we're going to just you can see some of the Didsbury players coming into view. They are all out there. They're going to need a few rags. Again, I cannot believe they've been off the field this long. I think I can only see one towel out there. Rohan Agarwal is looking at things. Ben Lowe is coming into view. So we'll just get ourselves organised. Yeah, a couple more rags coming onto the field. Yep. So we're going to open with Enam Hock, I think, are we? Where's Enam gone? Rohan's just put some sawdust down. We've got a man, I don't know, it's not Enam, it's not going to be Enam, it's going to be Rohan Agarwal. Just going to bowl from this Parswood end. So spin to start with for Didsbury. And this is going to be a big test for this inexperienced side to defend, and at below par total. I think they're at around 20 to 30 shy as things stand. We'll see what effect and impact the rain has had and that elongated delay. It's just very fine drizzle again now. It had actually stopped completely for a short while. But Rohan Agarwal with a long on and a deep mid wicket is men out. He's going to bowl the first ball of this reply. Oh, well, that's a beauty to start with. Sajid Hussain groping at that one. So 135 the target for Georgians. They'll be delighted with that. So they came back strongly in the second part of that Didsbury innings. Taking 7 for 65 in total in that second part of the innings. After Didsbury reached halfway at 69 for 2. There's no run there, gentlemen. Feel free to go for it from my perspective, but sensibly Farhad Bashir sent Sajid Hussain back. Both batters like to deal in boundaries. Rohan Agarwal, though, will be a difficult proposition to hit. He's a very fine young cricketer, young bowler now. That's easy single there. And Didsbury are going to need him to be at his best, because they are going to have to really work to defend this below where it should be total. Farhad Bashir's first ball, and he's cut it for 4. That's nicely and a bit too short from Rohan Agarwal, and that's gone between backward point and gully, and Farhad Bashir away straight away with the boundary. As said, they like to deal in that type of scoring, this pair. The ball will be a lot wetter now, so they'll have to dry it regularly, Didsbury, but should be able to cope with that. Oh, and the single there this time, Whiteside coming round. Well judged. Shouldn't really have been a 1 in there, I don't think, gentlemen, at this stage, but well called through by Sajid Hussain for a single. And again, now this should be... Oh, pick up and throw. Is poor there. That was a run-out opportunity again. Gone begging. Single completed, so 7 off the first over. And in all, a much quieter first over than in the Didsbury innings, where there was a no ball. Andrew Mashiter was clean bowled off the free hit, that hit the helmet, went for 5 penalty runs. And then as Ben Lowe prepares to bowl from the far end, then he was clean bowled again next ball. I think we had an extra ball in that first over as well. But Georgians will be much the happier after that first over. 7 off it. So we're going to see some pace from Ben Lowe. He's got third man and cover on the boundary. It's 2 men out. His first 6 overs. So we've got a fielding circle in play today. And Sajid Hussain on strike. And that's gone through to the keeper, but I think that's flicked the pad. It didn't sound particularly woody to me. Certainly a nervous prod from Sajid Hussain. Got umpire Parth Kapoor standing today, neutral umpire, and he wasn't convinced at all, as I wasn't. That found the edge of the bat, but a good start nonetheless from Ben Lowe. That will encourage him. And that's going to be a wide. We'll also have the strict interpretation of the leg side wides, which is unusual at this stage of the third 11 competition. Wouldn't normally be in effect, but it's been the same for both sides. So bowlers are going to have to adapt to that. Oh, and again there's a bit of a waft, that one from Saj. It's basically a ring of 3 and 4, 4 on the leg side, 3 on the off in this circle. And that's another wide. So he's going to have to adapt here, Ben Lowe. Score up to 9 already. And that's in his arc, Sajid Hussain. Yeah, and a nice swing of the arms, straight down the ground, 4 runs. That's more in his area of the pitch. And his first boundary, so a boundary apiece for the batters. And Georgians into double figures, 13. 135 the target, as you can see. So they'll shouldn't have any problems with the run rate. If they just, it's a question of keeping their heads, I think. Didsbury have got to take every chance. As more runs come there through backward point. Big chase for third man. He's come round Rowan Agarwal very well, and he's kept it to 2, which is a good effort. Probably a third there if they'd pushed. But 2 it is. Yeah, as I say, I think in my view Georgians have got this game to lose, and if they keep their heads, Didsbury have got to catch everything and really be on their game here. This is the toughest test they've faced for a while in this competition. That's a nice shot as well. It's only going to be a single. There's a man out there on the cover boundary, but nicely hit by Sajid Hussain. So that's 7 off 3 balls for him in that over. He's on to 9. And the score, as you can see, on to 16 with 1 ball left in this second over. Fahad Bashir coming down on to strike. and a dot to finish. So 9 off the over in total. So Luke Hughes, who's out on the mid-wicket base, very square, right on the deep mid-wicket fence, on the sort of wide long on. There's a long off as well, 2 men back as Rowan Agarwal is in. To Sajid saying, oh goodness me, now again they've got a run there, and how are they getting runs? Dotting it out like that. Didsbury need to plug that gap. It's twice that's happened. It's not out. Clear edge onto pad there, but dot ball at least for Didsbury. They need to start stringing those together. Nice hit down the ground for a single. Hit for David Bowman, has dropped it at mid-off. It is wet. That was a single. He's hurt himself as well. Single for Sajid Hussain. That was straight to mid-off. We're going to have a pause here while I think, that's hit him awkwardly on the hand, Captain David Bowman. And just take a pause here. Knows he should have caught it. The catch went down. But David Bowman is laughing. Might be able to hear that. I think he's just, but there is going to be a delay. The batsman very sportingly came down as well and just checked that David was okay. But he's clearly done himself some damage there. And he's swapping positions now with the square leg field to try and get out of the firing line. Well, we were saying that every catch needs to be taken for Didsbury, and that's a life already for Sajid Hussain. David Bowman, it's his bowling hand as well, I think he's injured. Whether we might affect his plans to bowl or not. So, we've got 1 ball left of this 3rd over. 19 is the score. And a life for Sajid Hussain there. As Farhad Bashir faces the last ball of the over. So a better over for Didsbury in terms of 3, just 3 off it. But the drop catch, the key feature there. So let's have a little look. Ben Lowe is going to bowl again. I've got the man back at fine leg and on the cover boundary. goes in. Oh, and again that indeterminate stab at the ball, Sad Hussain. Whiz past the edge.
Some spray in my bag for him if you want to use it. Some spray in my bag for Deeds. Some spray in my bag.
David Bowman is just in front of us there at backward square leg and has clearly done himself some damage. Holding his arms, his hands rather, tucked in. Oh, that's a hike, Sad Hussain. He's looking to get away with that. That's an edge for one. So Didsbury just need to regroup here. Captain a bit obviously with that injury on his mind. Well, I've been disappointed to have dropped the catch. A wet ball fizzing towards him. Hoping he can sort that injury out. Trying to get some spray on, I think, the fielders. But anyway, let's focus on the action. Ben Lowe coming in to Farhad Bashir down the leg side. That'll be another wide. Third one of those. Should not be a single there again. They've hit it straight to a fielder, but both batsmen went as one. Agarwal coming in, just sorry, correction, that's Raheem Tariq coming in, just stumbled over the ball. A clean gather and pick up, and they would have been struggling, but yeah, to say, good running by this pair. They both went together straight away. And there's no run there, straight to Steve Whiteside at backward point. I remember there was some rather indeterminate and indifferent running at times in the Didsbury innings. 3 run-outs, one of which was unlucky, but as we said during that innings, also 71 dot balls, which I think is way too many, over half the innings of dots. That's a nice shot from Sad Hussain. He's got hold of that, that's his kind of area. Those powerful wrists underneath the ball, and he's hammered it over mid-off for 4. Nice shot. Encouragement from his teammates on the balcony. This opening stand up to 26 now. It's not a terrible ball from Ben Lowe, it's just a bit too full. But that's in Sad Hussain's zone. He likes them there. So he's just got to drag that length back a little. He's got to be in trouble outside that off stump. A little bit like that. Well, that was more of a whoosh. Anyway, end of the 4th over, 26 for none. Some spray coming onto the field for David Bowman. Hopefully that'll do the trick for his hand. Rohan Agarwal will continue. I think he's got a ball through here, Rohan. And catch chopped off him on the last over, so he'll be hoping for better fortune this one. Bowling at Farhad Bashir. Oh, and that's hit him on the pads. A chance for a run out. It's a wrong end again. Leg by. Another stolen single in that circle. And credit to the batsman. I think Didsbury were focused on the appeal more. The batsman stole a single. Leg by. 27 for none. Oh. Single there, David Bowman can't stop that. He's a bit too far back at square leg. Leg by though. Again. Intelligent running from this pair, up to 28 now, and they've started off very, very well. Didsbury really needed to get a couple of early wickets to get themselves into this contest, but Georgians making hay now. This has come down and very well caught by Evan Turner. Down there at long on. Fahad Bashir opting to go for their big boundary. And that might be something that plays into Didsbury's hands, because there was no need to do that. Thank you. But Bashir went for it, didn't connect, and well caught at long on by young Evan. So much needed breakthrough for Didsbury, 28 for 1. Now, Georgians, as far Bashir departs for 7. And Sajjad Ayub has come in. He will of course be facing, now the laws have changed, irrespective of whether the batsman had crossed or not. And as I say, a vital breakthrough for the home side, the defending T20 champions of course. Didsbury, they've won it the last 4 seasons it's been played. No competition in 2020. They've got a proud record to defend, but they've got their work cut out here. But that's a start at least, 1 wicket as Sajjad Ayub is in off the inside part of the bat there. It has completely stopped raining now. It's probably the best it's been all afternoon in that regard. We'll get through our 20, well, if they need the 20 overs, we'll get through a full allocation, I think, which is good news. Last ball of this 5th over. And it could be a wicket maiden. It is a wicket maiden from Rohan Agarwal. 2 leg byes off it only, and that one quite a rare sight, a wicket maiden in the power play of a T20 match. Much needed for Didsbury. 28 for 1 off 5. Didsbury were 43 after 5 overs. As we've said, the difficulties occurred in the second part of their innings. Now, can Didsbury get another one in this last over of the power play? Sajjad saying on strike. Again, it's that waft outside the off stump. That's where to keep it, Ben. Dot ball. Just confirming with David Bowman, he had fears initially he'd broken something in his hand there when he a couple of overs back. But he's just saying it's a nasty bruise, but nothing broken, so that's a relief. He's at short fine leg as Ben Lowe comes in. And he hasn't got hold of that. Enam Hock is at mid-off and has caught the ball. And Sajjad Hussain, who's found that boundary a couple of times in the innings, went for it a 3rd time, but didn't get enough on it. And that's 2 wickets now in 5 balls for Didsbury. Enam Hock taking a good catch at mid-off. And Sajjad Hussain has really made a bit of a present of his wicket there. Didsbury not complaining. That's 2 down for 28 now. Sajjad Hussain departs for 16. Thank you. As you might have heard, Neil Wakefield, Georgians scorer, informing me Toby Jones, the Georgians wicket-keeper, coming into bat next. So first wicket for Ben Lowe, and reward for keeping the ball in good areas. So he has been driven a couple of times down the ground by Sajjad Hussain, but on that occasion just a slight mistiming, and picked out the safe hands of Enam Hock at mid-off. So a very handy second breakthrough in short order for Didsbury. 2 in 5 balls, as I said. No runs added. So 2 batsmen on naught now at the crease, and it's a different game. Toby Jones, a bit of a mixed bag behind the stumps. And a lot on his shoulders now at number 4. Oof. Didn't know much about that one either. That whizzed past the edge. It's the very first over he fumbled the ball which hit the helmet. There's 5 penalty runs. There were a few byes, not all of which were down to him, but some good stops as well, and a couple of useful catches. Anybody can do with the bat anyway. Survived his first ball just. And Didsbury will be happy with this. What's apart from the leg byes, that's 9 dot balls in a row now, and 2 wickets. So just clawing their way back a little bit, Didsbury. But still plenty of time for the Georgians players. No need to panic. And they're going to sneak another leg by here. And that's good running from Sajjad Ayub, who was alert to that opportunity. Called his partner through, who went straight away as well. Sajjad Ayub always coming down the pitch and picked up a leg by. Which all helps. So Sajjad Ayub now to face his first ball from Ben Lowe. Last ball of the power play. It's a full toss. He's only going to get, should only get 1, because it's gone, and he's, yeah, there's a fielder out there. Luke Hughes is a good fielder. Although Adam Slater missed the ball coming in. It's a single with just 1 run off the bat in that over. And you can see the impact of those 2 wickets on the Georgians' run rate, and the chase suddenly tailed off. So still relatively early days. We've just finished our power play. And Georgians 30 for 2. We are going to see a change of bowling. Rowan Algowal is going to be kept back for 1, and Luke Hughes is going to replace him. Another slow bowler, young Luke, but again, a very promising player. And certainly no lack of confidence with the ball in his hand. He's got a job to do for his side now. So let's see where we're up to. Didsbury had an excellent power play, 51 for 1 after the power play, so Georgians well behind in that regard, but as I say, with that collapse in the second half of their innings, Didsbury were pegged back. So Luke Hughes' first ball, Sajjad Ayub on strike. That's short. Got wide, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and deep cover on the boundary. The men out with 4 men just in the fielding circle. Backward point, extra cover, mid wicket, and square leg. David Bowman trying to keep out the firing line a bit. Sorry, short fine leg correction, David Bowman with his injured hand. And a good start from Luke Hughes here. Like I say, he's good, good confident cricketer, young Luke. And that's as much what this is about at this stage. It's going to be a single, just slugged out onto the cover fielder on the boundary, Andrew Mashita. Full length delivery from Luke Hughes.
Went that way and then that way, didn't it? I'm glad you saw that. Didn't it? Went that way.
They're just starting to climb at the moment. They're just nudging towards 8 and over needed at the moment, Georgians, but so they need to get halfway and see where they're up to first of all. There's no need for them to panic at this stage. I always think get it under 100 and then have a look where you're up to, and they're almost there already. 104 they need. Oh, now that's out. Yeah, he's been given straight away. That was not a good shot from Toby Jones. A bit of a hack. Did not need to do that. Right in front, and a wicket in his first over for Luke Hughes. Toby Jones LBW without scoring. And Didsbury suddenly getting on top in this game, and Georgians have got to rethink this. This is the captain, is this Neil? Is this Fazal Shah? Captain coming out to try and steady the ship here. As Georgians have lost 3 for 3 in just over 2 overs. And that was not a good shot. No need to be swiping at the ball like that at this stage. There's plenty of singles around. But Didsbury not complaining at all. I'm certainly not complaining. This is the pressure that needs to be brought to bear. They're not going to contain Georgians. I don't think they're going to restrict them to less than 134. They're going to have to bowl them out. But those 3 wickets, and as I say, in the last 2 and a bit overs, have changed the complexion of the game quite significantly. Last ball of this over, easy single for Fazal Shah. It's a bit dragged down a bit from Luke Hughes, but only 1. So just 2 off that over. And we had a wicket maiden from Rohan Agarwal, then just 1 off Ben Lowe's over, and just 2 off that Luke Hughes over. As Ben Lowe is going to complete his spell. So Captain Fazal Shah to face Ben Lowe. Ben Lowe's final over. 1 for 17 so far. He's bowled pretty well actually. See, a lot of these young Didsbury players haven't played under this kind of pressure at this level of competition in their senior careers, albeit brief. There's a single there, well taken. Fazal Shah just pushing and going, and that's fine. Men are pretty much back on the fielding circle, so if you both go together. Oh, that's Noah Brown. We'll probably see him in action with the ball soon, but he couldn't stop a single there. You might hear David Bowman yelling instructions to the fielders somewhere from him. Ian Emhock back at long off. Andrew Mashiter at deep mid wicket. There's a cover fielder on the boundary as well. Sajid Ayab lets that go. We've got 3rd man and sort of a long leg almost rather than fine leg. There's something now that umpire Kapoor's not happy with. I don't think it's to do with is it to do with the bowler? Can't quite hear what's going on. But there's a discussion. Andrew Mashiter, one of the senior players, has come in to try and clear up what's happening. Whether it's with the bowler running on the pitch, I think it might be, the way that the fielders are speaking to him. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Sajid Ayab on strike, 2 off 7 balls so far for him. But he's just got to, from Georgian's point of view, do that. Just try and knock some 1s and 2s. There's only 1 run there, gentlemen. Sajid was very interested in a second there when there was no chance at all of one with the fielders converging on the ball. His captain is having none of it. Sent him back and just a single. The last thing Georgians need is a run out. That's well bowled. The run's really drying up for Georgians, just 16 off the last 5 in total at the moment. No boundaries since the middle of that 4th over. Rain just starting to fall again. There's another one past the edge. Oh, good effort from Ben Lowe. Just looking again already. The dot count for Georgians, it was too high in my opinion for Didsbury. 29 dots already for Georgians in just under 8 overs, so that's 6 overs of dots almost, isn't it? Incredible. Both sides struggling. It's going to be one there. Just hold the ball, yeah. Don't try anything too heroic. A single was there. Single taken. 3 off that last Benno over, and he's done very well. 1 for 20 off his 4, and he can be very pleased with those figures. 35 for 3 off 8. And Ben Lowe has done very, very well there. A young player, no experience at all at this level of cricket, 3rd 11 Premier Division cricket. And he can be very pleased with that. It's brought Didsbury right back into this contest. As Luke Hughes prepares to bowl his 2nd over. Bowling to the Georgians captain. He's tossed it right up, and it's just going to be a single again. Andrew Mashiter on the cover boundary. And so rates climbed above 8 required now, 8 and over required. And Georgians will just want to keep an eye on that. Still no need to panic, but it depends how they go about this. So under 100 to win. Another single there. And Didsbury will know that if they can just keep it tight like this, the chances are that a batsman will go for one shot too many. It's starting to get a bit steadier now, this drizzle again. Similar to when they finished the... oh dear. Missed that completely, Fazal Shah. It's similar, I think, now to when they finished the first innings. It's suddenly come from nowhere. Oh. Again, an indeterminate shot from Fazal Shah. And Didsbury really are coming back into this now. This is a great effort from Luke Hughes. That's hiked straight to mid-wicket. Another dot. Luke Hughes getting through his overs very quickly. Every dot makes that rate climb. That's gone down the ground. Should only be 1 again. I'll just watch the batsman. No, it's gone for 4. It's hit so straight. It was a much needed boundary. It certainly hit powerfully and well along the ground. And much needed boundary for Georgians. The first one in 5 overs from the captain. Takes them to 41 for 3 after 9. Got to have a change of bowling at that far end. So it's going to be... Is Raheem going to bowl? I think, yeah, Raheem Tariq's going to bowl, I think. Yes, Raheem Tariq. Had a very impressive debut for Didsbury Threes last week in that win. Ball very well against Cheadle. Rain's just eased again now, thankfully, that light drizzle, back to very fine drizzle. So, 41 for 3 off 9, 94 wanted off 11, that's 8.5 and over. So here is Raheem Tariq. And Sajid Ayub facing. He's got some thinking to do here. He's got long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg and deep cover. The boundary fielders, so 3 men behind the bat in the circle. It's 1 man, and that's gone to short 3rd man, one of the men in the circle, Luke Hughes, a single. Oh, Sajada, it's scuppled through the ball, but thankfully, good alert fielding from Andrew Mashiter came in to stop any overthrow there. Didsbury do not need that. Yeah, backward point, short 3rd man and short fine leg. And an extra cover, the men in the fielding circle. Huge gap on that leg side for ones. Oh, that's too short from Fazal Shah. One of those, it was a bad ball and not a great shot either. What to say about bad balls taking wickets. Single is the result anyway, at least one run for the captain. 43 for 3. Let's just leave that off there. Dot ball. Sajid Ayub's eyes lighting up there with that short pitcher, but he swung so hard at it he missed it. Just need to pitch it a little bit further up, Raheem. That's better. And bowled him as a result. Clean bowled him. That was just a hike from Sajid Ayub. Saw the ball in his half, didn't watch it. And a bit of a careless swoosh at the ball. And another blow, Didsbury strike. 43 for 4. With the dismissal of Sajid Ayub, clean bowled for 5. And he took 13 balls over that as well. And another blow for Didsbury. Good wicket for, yeah, thank you. For Raheem Tariq in his first over as James Marr comes in. Rate's just climbed above 9 and over now required as well. And Georgians just need to think about this. Fazal Shah's experience hopefully will help keep the younger players focused.
11 for you if you ball. Don't bring me on, it's a 12.
So good wicket for Raheem Tariq. Last ball of his first over as James Marr has always hit it well, but well fielded. Steve Whiteside. Backward point, scrambling stop. Just 2 off the over and a wicket. Another good over for Didsbury, and we're halfway. And you can see the impact of those wickets. That Georgians run rate has fallen right away after that. The promising start they made. They were 26 for none off 4. But then a clatter of wickets. 4 for 15 they've lost in 5 overs at that spell. So the halfway stage. 43 for 4, 92 required off the last 10. Has hit it hard but bounced a couple of times. Inam Hock making sure he stopped the ball at wide long off sensibly. Keep it to a single. And he bowled him. And Luke Hughes has another, and James Mayer going back when he should have really been forward. A bit of a cross-batted poke at the ball. He's been clean bowled. And Didsbury have fought back magnificently here. Georgians 5 down now for just 44. Thank you. James Mayer. Second ball without scoring. And Didsbury now are clearly animated in the field. Luke Hughes has bowled terrifically well. 2 for 9 for him. He's kept a really good length as Carlos Wakefield bowled a good 4 overs of his own earlier. Comes in, the job to do with the bat now. 91 still needed. Georgians a long way away. And the pressure well and truly on the batting side now. Carlos Wakefield has got time just to get himself going. The rain has stopped again now, thankfully. That makes it a bit easier for everybody. Captain Fazal Shah a lot on his shoulders. That's a top edge. David Bowman has caught it. Has caught a magnificent catch. Just out of your shot, but with his injured hand, the Didsbury captain has taken a vital wicket with a fine tumbling catch at short fine leg. He dropped a catch at mid-off earlier, injured his hand in so doing, but that's 2 wickets in an over, 2 wickets in 4 balls, and that's the crucial one of Captain Fazal Shah. And he's gone for 10. And Georgians really have fallen apart here. sorry to say, from their perspective. 45 for 6 now. They were 28 for none. That's 6 for 17 in 6 overs. Has really put Didsbury right on top. Sean Duckworth comes in.
Especially in this weather.
And, well, my goodness. I thought they started so well and they'd given themselves a real good chance, but the wheels have well and truly come off here. 3rd wicket for Luke Hughes, 3 for 10 for him. As the left-handed Sean Duckworth stabs one out. And again, one past the edge. Another excellent over from Luke Hughes. 3 for 10 from 3 overs. You can see then the clatter of wickets for Stockport Georgians. Last 5 overs, just 15 runs and 4 wickets. So that overall collapse of 6 for 17 in 6 overs, you feel has given the match a decisive twist. Raheem Tariq going to continue. That's Carlos Wakefield on strike. He's only going to get 1. Now he's climbed to 10 and over. They've gone, oh, there's taken 2. Managed to come around quite a long way. Good running from Sean Duckworth to make that into 2 for Carlos Wakefield. The challenge for Carlos Wakefield, with boundaries needed, is to try and find them, and on that leg side there's 4 men waiting for him. The dots just build the pressure up. There's a big gap on the offside as well if he wants to try and hit over sort of extra cover-ish area behind Noah Brown. Oof, that kept a little bit low. 1 or 2 have today. The pitch has got a little bit wet. It's not really played pretty well, but obviously it's going to not be at its best with the amount of drizzle that's got onto it. Drizzle just starting again as I say that, and that's going to be 1 run. No need to do anything silly. Noah Brown sensibly just keeping hold of the ball. It's never going to stop the 1. 48 for 6. Left-handed Sean Duckworth on strike, so just having a readjustment of the field. 2 men back on the leg side boundary. That's a massive hit out there. And you can just see Noah Brown trotting across to come in. Andrew Mashiter staying back on the cover boundary, so Noah Brown at extra cover in the circle. It's point, short 3rd man, short fine leg. And that huge gap there is always going to be a single. Just going to try and go a few overs without losing a wicket, Georgians. Just try and pick some 1s and 2s. The odd boundary if the ball's there to hit. But this is the last ball of the 12th over coming down, and they're still 86 away, so it's that clatter of wickets that has cost them a... He's gone for that one, Carlos Wakefield. Has he found the gap? No, not quite. He's going to get a couple. And Didsbury delighted to keep the down to 2 rather than 4. 6 off the over, the most expensive in a while, and that's still not bad. From a Didsbury perspective, 51 for 6. The Georgians total. 8 overs remaining, 10.5 and over required now, and Luke Hughes is going to bowl out absolutely correctly. Look at the run rate damage there again. You can see just how it's tailed off after that excellent start that they made. Georgians and Luke Hughes, they have not had any answer to. 3 for 10 as he starts his final over. Noah Brown in again just to keep it to 1. No, Didsbury won't mind that at all now. Has of catch it, but it's putting on pretty much all along the ground there. Only ever going to be, but only one run. Barely left the ground that shot. Catch it. Round the wicket to the left-hander. Short. Should just be one more there. That's come straight out to Rohan Agarwal on the cover boundary. He's still got an over to bowl as well, Rohan. Another one. 54 for 6. Run rate now above 11 required. And that's a nice shot. That's going to be a boundary, a much needed boundary. Nicely hit from Carlos Wakefield. Picked his spot. Guarded it past Noah Brown at extra cover. Only a short hit anyway, but very nice hit. And I'm just looking, so that is the first 4 in nearly 9 overs. Sorry, correction. Second 4 in 9 overs. Beg Fazal Shah's pardon, he got a 4 earlier on. And a single to finish a better over for Georgians. 59 for 6 after 13 overs. Luke Hughes 3 for 18 off 4. Has bowled terrifically well. Terrifically well. And that augurs very well. I expect him to be a big part of this Didsbury 3 side this season, young Luke. We've got Raheem Tariq to bowl his 3rd now. From this Fletcher Moss end. As far end as you're watching. He's bowling to Carlos Wakefield. He's going to take a single. Oh, yes, no there from Sean Duckworth. Raheem Tariq. Nicely hit, just a single low. Sean Duckworth.
Mark, are you in tomorrow? Tomorrow? Are you playing tomorrow?
Yes, gone for the big one there, Carlos Wakefield. You might have heard the cry of exasperation from him as he didn't get hold of it. Spooned out just for one more. He's on to 14, 62 for 6. It's 3 off this over, off these 4 balls of this 14th over. Oh, that's a beauty. Raheem Tariq.
Coming to you, man. That's football, mate. This is a cricket ground. This is cricket ground. You can't play football in here.
It's just going to be 1 run again to conclude the 14th over. Just 4 runs from that. Didsbury doing another excellent job. Raheem Tariq. 1 for 12 from his 3 now. We're going to need another bowler from this end, so we're going to see Noah Brown. Bit of pace on the ball. Change from direct spin there. You can see the Didsbury bowlers used. All done very, very well. Ben Lowe, Luke Hughes, very impressive. Raheem Tariq's bowled well. And now the turn of another Didsbury youngster, Noah Brown, just again looking to make a claim for regular third team cricket here. The Premier Division season starts next weekend. Got this match today and another tomorrow to conclude the T20 mini groups. Didsbury away at Stockport Trinity. Georgians, are you at Cheadle? At home to Cheadle. But Didsbury will be hoping it's very much in their hands and should be in their hands. 72 needed off 6 overs here, 2 a ball. As Noah Brown comes in. And well fielded. Raheem Tariq in there straight away to stop any run. It's Noah Brown's medium pace. Forecast I think is as uncertain for tomorrow as it has been for today. We've got away with it today, just. But it could very well have been a case of game called off earlier. But with the amount of time we have in the afternoon to play, it's sensible just to wait and see, and players all happy to make the best of it. It's not been easy for either side in the rain. It's on ball, just a single though again. Didsbury will be more than happy with that. Both sides have had to field with a wet ball. Both sides have had their chances as well. Didsbury at the moment have taken theirs much more clinically. They didn't bat especially well, and they should have got at least, I think, 20 more than they finished up with, a 1-3-4. Georgians have lost their heads a little in the middle order, and now they're facing a very difficult proposition to win the match. That's gone straight up in the air. That's going to be safe though. Carlos Wakefield, he was looking for a hit onto the leg side, spooned up off the outside edge, perfectly safe. And it's a very long boundary to try and clear anyway on that leg side. Just highlights the difficulty that the Georgians middle lower order are facing. They know they need boundaries and they just can't find them. Only 2 boundaries in nearly 11 overs we've seen since that early burst from the 2 openers. The 26 off 4 overs, but since that time, as I say, just the 2 fours, and that should be out as well. Andrew Mashiter coming round. It shouldn't be a boundary. It's dropped short of Mashiter. Batsmen have completed a couple, went high up in the air, but another over comes to an end with just 4 off it. 67 for 6, and Didsbury have done a terrific job to claw themselves back into this game, as Enam Hock is going to come on from that far end, the Fletcher Moss end, to add his wily medium pace swing to proceedings. And you can see these two have done a decent job, put 22 on, but after that opening burst, it really has been a sorry tale for the Georgians batters and upper middle order. And Didsbury have clawed their way back in, and now have got a firm grip on this match. 13.5 an over needed, with just four wickets left, 5 overs only remaining, and your best pace bowler coming on about to bowl. But he's gone for 4 first balls, so fair play to Carlos Wakefield for that much needed boundary for Georgians. That was short and pulled away. There's only Raheem Tariq on that square leg position, but he's in the circle. That's a short boundary, so I'm just moving in behind square now. It's Fuller, single out there. Carlos Wakefield on to 20. He's done very well. top scored. Just 15 balls, and he's batted very sensibly but effectively. It's just a shame from a Georgians perspective for them that either he wasn't in a little bit earlier or couldn't have someone to stay with him. Well, you might have heard my fellow scorer and his dad Neil saying played a fine hand for the twos yesterday, opening the batting with a 60 to his credit, but for whatever reason he's batting at number 7 here for Georgians today, and left with a very difficult task when he came in, which has got harder and harder. That's nicely hit down the ground. It's only going to be one. Oh, a misfield. Oh.
Come on, Sean, run hard.
Misfield on the boundary, but recovered there. That was Evan Turner, I think, down there. Kept it to a single. 7 off this over so far. Maybe a leg by. Just keep hold of the ball. Another area where Didsbury have been much more effective than Georgians. That's just the 7th extra, only 3 wides. Georgians 26 extras. We had the full gambit of options as well. Penalty runs for the ball hitting the field in helmet, fielder's side helmet. No balls wides. And that has been a big factor as well as we thought it might be. As another over comes to an end, a dot ball. So although it's a better over, the best in some time for Georgians, 9 off it. See, they've still got an awful lot to do to get above that blue line. There's just 4 overs left, 60 wanted. I think even the chairman can do the maths on that, sitting at home in his stately manner. 15 runs and over required. Good partnership of 30 these two have added as Noah Brown comes in, but it's a bit too little too late really. Oh, it should be out if he can hit, and he has hit and he's run out. What a piece of fielding from Raheem Tariq. You just see him coming into your shot there. Sean Duckworth hit and went, he had to go, it's fair enough. It was a very hard throw from Raheem Tariq at short extra cover. But it bounced up, took the bails off with the batsman some way short. So this is Ali. Yeah. And Sean Duckworth run out. Great throw from Raheem Tariq. And that's 75 for 7 now. The score as Ali Madassa comes in. Sean Duckworth ran out for 9. Had to go for the runs at that stage, of course, but that was a fine piece of fielding from Raheem Tariq. Oh, why have the batters crossed? No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Yeah, that's not right. It's a run out. It's not a catch. So Ali Madassa should not be on strike. But it's going to be Ali Madassa on strike. That is an error, I'm afraid. The new batsman only faces in the case of a run out. Batsman clearly crossed because Sean Duckworth was run out at the non-striker's end. Shouldn't be of much account in the end, but nonetheless it's an untidy incident. But we've got what we've got and we get on with it. Ali Madassa now giving that a good whack out into the gap, and I think he's found the boundary. He has. 4 runs, very sort of wide, long on. And he opens his account with a boundary. 79 for 7. job as scorers to point that out to the umpire. They just make the decision and we get on with it. As long as we've got the right men on strike, which we have. Ali Madassa, he's clumped that one away very effectively. And he's gone for the same area again. He's got it behind square. Ben Lowe's got a big chase on here. I don't think he's going to get there. Is he? Got two. No, it's gone again. So successive boundary fours for Ali Madassa. Not where he was intending that one. Off the inner half of the bat, but nonetheless effective. 83 for 7. And takes the score on 2. I wondered where they go. Nice sweets. Do you want a sweet? Some of my favourites there. Squidgy fruits. Available from Lidl. Some shameless plugging there. My employer. And very nice indeed. Oh. Has clashed off the edge. Steve Whiteside has caught it. Just out of shot. So Sweet in here and Sweet out on the field for Didsbury. Steve Whiteside claiming a good catch there at backward point. Ali Madassa, who shouldn't have been on strike in the first place, was. A couple of fours. But he perishes. Josh Hawkins, yeah. Who has to be on strike now. As the 8th Georgians wicket falls with the score at 68. I don't know what's happened to our pitcher here. Let's try and get that back for you if we can. It's not me, I can assure you. Well, you have to take my word for it. A dot ball there. To finish the 17th over. I'll try and get our pitches back for you just for one moment. Run in. The batsmen are going to run 2, going to run 1, run out. So Carlos Wakefield with a wicket, with a run, sorry, but a wicket falling there. As I say, apologies that we've lost the pitches just now. As Josh Hawkins run out. As a throw came in from Evan Turner. So it's a run for the batsman. But it's 84 for 9. We don't seem to be getting any response from our pitches at the moment. I'm sorry, but there's Ian Hock coming in to bowl to Moise Ishak, last man, who's just taken a single. Sorry, just sorting out here. A couple of runs been taken. It was 86 for 9, and that's gone off the edge. Was a shot for a single. 87 for 9, and Didsbury closing in on an excellent win for them. And they really were looking like they were going to have a fight on their hands, and after the first 4 overs they certainly did. But despite Carlos Wakefield's best efforts, only a single down the ground there. They have tumbled fallen away quite spectacularly in the face of some excellent Didsbury bowling and fielding. And now this last pair, very difficult task. As Mo Ishak dots the last ball of the 18th over. Now you can see the graphics are accurate even if the pictures aren't. I am not getting any response out of our cameras, I'm afraid. Let's just try that. Ah, here we go. We had a sudden disconnect, so I'll try and get that into picture for you. Going to have Noah Brown. There you can see him out. We got some cricket back at last. The scoreboard is right and accurate. Just checking the fielding restrictions are okay, Didsbury. So able to move the camera any further than that upwards, I'm afraid. I hope you can bear with us while we're doing that. Noah Brown in. And that's straight up in the air, but that's going to be safe again from Carlos Wakefield. I might even get 2 here. They do. As we just play out the final parts of this match, it's been a disappointing effort in truth from Georgians, but Didsbury, I'm absolutely delighted with them. Not an easy total to defend, but they've made it look a lot easier than it should have been. 9 wickets for 62 runs have gone down here since that excellent opening stand of 28. Carlos Wakefield can only get a single. You see him just jogging through there. He's played a good hand, 27 off 23. But very much in vain, I'm afraid. Brown was dropped. Luke Hughes, great effort, fantastic effort at mid-wicket, and the young man stopped a certain 4. He was, I'll say that was more of a stop. He's done a terrific game, Luke Hughes. 3 for 18 in his 4 overs and really rested control back, bowled at a key time. Bowled terrifically well, kept his head, forced the mistakes from the Georgians players. That's going to be a 4, I think. Clumped down Benlow, chasing and chasing down there at fine leg. A big diving, sprawling stop, but can't prevent the boundary. Umpire's just checking with the fielder. They've run 3 then. It's going to be 3. Yeah, it was a good stop in the end. Benlow confirming. It's only 3 runs, not the 4. So 1 ball left of this 19th over. Noah Brown in to Moz Ishak. Get that all along the ground nicely. So that's a good set from Noah Brown, bowling in a pressure time. 3 overs for 20 for him. 1 wicket as well, which is very helpful. Now you can see a sorry tale, the Georgians scorecard. 28 for none in the 5th, and then it really did fall to bits. They lost 6 for 17 in 6 overs at one stage. And as we said at the start, it was going to be a question of them keeping their heads. Didsbury knew they were going to have to bowl them out, which they pretty effectively have done. 96 for 9, 1 over left, which Inam Hock is going to bowl. And despite Carlos Wakefield's best efforts, now 30 off 24, he's not on strike. Moise Ishak has looked all right as well. Hit the ball nicely. For a number 11, certainly looks a bit low for me in the order. Last over anyway, and with 39 wanted, the result is determined. That's a single. Just no need to do anything silly for Didsbury. Just having a little play with this. Camera. As Carlos Wakefield's found the boundary. He's clipped that away through square. 4 runs for Carlos. He moves on to 34. Third 4 for him, and he's played a very fine hand here. Certainly with my Didsbury hat on, I'm very pleased they kept him down at number 7. Don't understand why, but they did, and that's very much played into Didsbury's hands. And that's a nice hit down the ground, but he's hit it straight to Evan Turner. Carlos Wakefield is out, going for the boundary. Fairly academic anyway, but he was caught at long on, and Didsbury have won the game by 33 runs. A match which looked in the balance at halfway, I have to say. But with a superb fielding display, Didsbury have clawed their way back. They've now won 2 from 2 from the group, and barring a very unlikely set of results tomorrow, will qualify again for the knockout stages of this Jack Garner Trophy, this T20 Trophy, which they have defended and won so well in the last 4 seasons. There you can see the scorecard for Stockport Georgians, and it's been a brilliant effort from the Didsbury bowlers. Inam Hock finishing 1 for 17, all the bowlers taking wickets, and you can see the clatter that fell there as the sides applaud each other off. At the end of the game, it was that pressure that Didsbury brought to bear in the second half of the innings. And the Georgians, that loss of 6 for 17 in the middle 6 overs, left them 45 for 6 after 10, and with too much to do. There you can see the excellent display by the Didsbury bowlers, all of them taking wickets. None of them especially expensive. Luke Hughes the pick with 3 for 18. Terrific effort from him. So Didsbury, you can see dominance there after that fairly even start. And now top of the group with, or stay top of the group rather, 4 points from their 2 games, and a win tomorrow will secure their passage through to the knockout stages. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. Sorry about the delays and some of the problems with the camera towards the end, but hope you've enjoyed it, especially you Didsbury supporters, members, players. Good day again for the sides, and really good effort from the third 11 there to defend a small total against a powerful batting lineup. So thank you for watching and joining us this afternoon. I'm James Emerson, the Didsbury scorer. My thanks to Neil Wakefield, my colleague from Stockport Georgians, and to Rocky Kapoor, our umpire. We will join you next time from Didsbury for some more live cricket.